What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zebec today, ZBCN. It is the 19th day of November, and here we are sitting at about $0.00278 with 8 hours and 15 minutes left in the day. We have hit slightly lower lows as of yesterday, but that was a nice recovery. Pulling back today, that takes away the niceness of this recovery. It's not as good looking here as it was at yesterday's close. So let's look at the short-term stuff. We'll zoom back out. We'll see what we can come up with, and you will hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for doing that. Let's get into it. Okay, 1 hour time frame here. Zooming in. First and foremost, Bitcoin's moving down a little bit right now. Something to mention, right? Bitcoin really over this past hour has started to move down, picking up volume too. So we very well could see slightly lower prices than this low. It's very possible, but slightly lower prices is what I would go for, not dramatically lower prices. But you never know. You never know. With that being said, if Bitcoin's going down, perceived to go down, Zebec probably goes down as well. It looks like you're breaking out of this trend. Therefore, I'd like to say before we're below this low that this is probably not the low. We are going lower. We're picking up volume as we're moving down. It definitely implies lower price action to me. 14 minutes left in this 1 hour candle, moving down, a lot of volume. You're moving down with purpose. It makes sense that you would go lower. 1 hour RSI, finding resistance at the same areas you've been finding resistance. What's nice here is that you have higher lows. Whoops. Let me just use this. Higher lows here. What's not nice is now I guess actually, I thought that we were below this level, but I guess we're actually right at a point where you would expect to bounce. But if we go lower, we go any lower than this, then we're probably breaking out of this trend. It's a very weak trend anyways, and predominantly we're just finding resistance consistently at this 60 level, just above, just below, but right there. So I would think that here we get into the oversold zone. That's what I'm expecting. Either that or maybe we are bouncing right here. Maybe this is the perfect area to bounce from. It doesn't look like it on the price, but you never know. Let me just see here from a high to a low. I don't think so, but you never know. Man, we just couldn't get above that 236. Stochastics are suggesting that we go lower. The MACD finding turbulence at the zero, man. You should have broken above, but you can't do it. It all suggests that we go lower. So yes, very confidently, I would say we probably do have lower prices to go. Looking at this on a 4 hour perspective with that new thought there that we do go below this low. If we take this low here to this high, the extension levels that would correspond with what we should expect would be at something of about 0025 to 0022. We're at 00276 right now, so that is a bit of a ways down. I'm hoping we get saved by some kind of fake out. But right now, that would be something of a 10% to 19% move to the downside. That's the expectation at the moment. Now, how long will we be down here? Probably not long. I wouldn't imagine that we're here for, maybe a week at the longest. I would think that we recover. We come back up. If you're looking at the price and it's down here and it's giving you anxiety, just close your phone, open it back up in like a day or two, and we'll probably be back up. But I do think that we are probably going lower, looking at that there. Looking at the indicators on the 4 hour time frame, rejecting the 50, no good. You did have some bullish divergence that you're playing off of. Higher lows here, lower lows there. You made that move. Now you're probably going to go lower and further that divergence. Or maybe you get rid of it entirely. I don't know. Maybe you bounce right there at 0025. You get double bullish divergence that we start to move up. Or maybe we do go lower. Time will tell. I want to be clear too. Just because we're talking about from a low to a high here, anything from 0025 to 0022 doesn't mean that we have to go this low, and it doesn't mean that we can't go lower. This is just the first kind of intended target area. We could very well find support just at that zone there, even just above it. It's possible. But if I had to guess, and I am the one guessing here, I would say 0025 to 0022, somewhere in that range, okay? It doesn't have to happen, or if it does happen, again, 0025 is the tip of that range. We might just tip that exactly and then move up. And I think something like that would actually go well with this bullish divergence look that we have here. Bullish divergence played out, rejecting the 50, coming down, bearish. Overall, very bearish on the RSI. Bearish on the stochastics, too. And the MACD, you had bullish divergence, and you did nothing with it. You did nothing with it. You did absolutely nothing with it. This reminds me of KTA. This will spoil your appetite if you're bullish. We look at the 4 hour time frame. Here we are, right? You guys remember this? MACD bullish divergence, intense bullish divergence here, building up, and what'd you get? A big old nothing. And then what'd you do? You dropped. You came back shortly thereafter, but you dropped immediately afterwards. When you have good things like bullish divergence like this built out, you know, from the 13th and it's the 19th now, and this is all you get from that divergence is this move, like you're probably going to go lower. That's probably what's going to happen. So prepare for that. Daily time frame, if we're looking at this here, oversold in the stochastics, not yet oversold in the RSI, still potential to form bullish divergence on the RSI there, and you do have bullish divergence on the MACD, but you're building bearish momentum. So all things pointing down, all things suggesting lower prices. 0025 to 0022, that is the expectation. That's my expectation for what's going to happen over the coming days. I hope I'm wrong. Lately, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but lately with Zebec, with ZBCN, it's like as soon as we're bullish, it's bearish. As soon as we're bearish, it's bullish. The price action's been very deceitful lately. So now that I'm bearish, perhaps we do move to the upside. But I am kind of expecting at this point 0025 to 0022 being the price area. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. In case it's a concern, because to me this isn't even a question, but I know that when I talk like this, this question comes up. Yes, I do believe we still will see higher prices. Yes, I do believe that the target area of 3 cents to 8 cents, with a specific mention of the 4.5 to 6.2 cent area. Let's see. With a specific mention of like this zone, I believe we will see this, if not by the end of the year, then sometime before January. I still believe that. Even if we go lower, I still believe that. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Bitcoin looks like it's about to take a plunge lower as well. All right. Bye-bye.